females are now getting up to 5 years in prison for paternity fraud. Giving a man a child that is not his, aka a jacket, as what we Jamaican call it. Yes, what country is doing this? Panama just release and make it illegal for a woman to lie about paternity fraud, giving their husband or their boyfriend a child that is not his, giving man a jacket. I have been talking about this for months, and I pray that Jamaica take the initiative and the boldness to implement this law on women that are giving man knowingly jackets, paternity fraud, up to 5 years. Here's the sweet part. They say that the length of time depending of how long the woman decept or lie about that child being the man kid. Me love this. I want to big up Panama for taking the initiative to punish these women that are wrongfully giving man kids that are not theirs. Jacket, paternity fraud. They say up to 5 years prison sentence. I applaud this. I hope Jamaica do the very same. So woman who no need to stop give jacket. Jamaica is one of the highest paternity fraud country in the whole world. I think Nigeria is second and Canada is third. Jamaica is the leading country with jacket. Yes, man. So Panama, big up on yourself. Up to 5 years or longer for a woman that are giving man kids that are not theirs. I am happy. Thank you very much. It is full time. I've been talking about this for far too long. Send them go to prison. Them too wicked. Yeah, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Reason we are reason. At the season, good over evil. Big Voice Radio in the building. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It like. Follow the movement. Big up on yourself.
They've been softening men for the past 20 years on purpose to make society easier to control, and only the elite know the real truth. Here's everything they're not telling you. For thousands of years, strong masculine men created strong families and stable societies. Then the elite went to work. They funded feminism to shift power in the home and turn women against traditional masculine men. They flooded our food, water, and products with plastic, seed oil, soy, and endocrine disruptors that crash testosterone. They added fluoride to the drinking water and aggressively pushed plant-based diets while shaming meat-eating men. They weaponized Hollywood and media to portray men as villains or idiots while celebrating weak, emotional, and effeminate characters. They created OnlyFans and mainstream porn to addict men and distort their view of real women. They put women on widespread birth control, altering hormones and attraction patterns, making society more emotional and chaotic. They use schools, dating apps, and social media to reward compliance and punish strength. The results are devastating. Testosterone levels have collapsed across generations. Millions of young men are lost with no purpose, no fight, no ambition. They're either simping desperately addicted to porn or completely checked out in games and scrolling. This wasn't random. A soft, emotional, weak male population is much easier to control. Strong men build strong families and resist tyranny. Soft men obey, consume, and stay quiet. It's the perfect system. They sold it to you as progress, toxic masculinity, and liberation. In reality, they dismantled healthy masculinity on purpose so they can better control our society. Now both men and women are more miserable than ever. Families are collapsing, birth rates are crashing, society feels weak, divided, and broken. This is one of the greatest, most multi-layered social engineering operations in modern history. If you want to learn how I make 6 figures each month off of content, like this video and follow my page for more.
What's 100 minus 34?
100 minus 34?
Yeah. No help.
76.
No. Do you want to guess again?
100 minus 34.
100 minus 34. How much is that?
Oh,
Guess.
76.
5 seconds. You're wrong. 5 seconds. Guess the next.
100 minus 34.
Yeah. What is it?
Maybe like 56?
What's 3 times 3 times 3?
18.
12. 9.
What if I told you that the main reason you ain't found your Mr. Right is because you keep dating one Mr. Wrong at a time? Date them all, sis. That's your problem. It takes so long to figure out if a man is pretending or not, genuine or not, authentic or not, single or not, faithful or not, that you are wasting time because you are dating one man at a time. I've never sat on this app and said, you gotta sleep with every man. I'm saying until you are unsingle, act single. Until he put a ring on your finger and claim you as his, date them all, sis. And y'all look at me like, you mean talk to multiple people until somebody shows you that they actually serious and above the rest and they win the race for your heart because my heart ain't in participation? That's what you saying, Ace? That's exactly what I'm saying. And some of y'all, the biggest reason you are still single is because you keep giving Mr. Wrong 3 months, 6 months, a year at a time, just so he can eventually take his mask off and show you his true colors. And by that time, because you only put your eggs in his basket, you gonna make it work. That's mine. And I'ma love him. I'ma stand beside him. If you date, not exclusively, dated multiple people at a time, you wouldn't even notice if that man ghosted you. You would disqualify men quicker because you got people to compare to. You got what I'm saying? You got people that are stepping up and bringing energy. You are trying to force a fit with a man simply because that's the only man you talking to. Listen to me. Tell your girls, all right, date them all, sis, until a man is ready to do something about it.
I posted a video about not really respecting men's opinions or minds and unfortunately being attracted to them physically. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, now I get it. Like, that's how men have felt about us forever. And like the tides are really just changing. But I do think it's a little bit different because men hate us because they have like an unearned sense of entitlement to our bodies and attention and to be in relationships with us. And they've also been taught that we need them to like lead and provide. And now that women like don't really need that, they're like, wait, like what is my place in society? Like, why do these women not need me? Why do these women not want to be in relationships with me? Why do they not want to sleep with me?
You do need men to lead. You do. You think you're leading because you're leading when it's easy. You're leading because you got your corporate job now. You're climbing the corporate ladder, right? When it hits the fan in your town, you never know what kind of Armageddon's coming our way now with the way this country's looking. Who's going to lead? You going to be front line, front and center? You going to be hiding behind all the guys like this, right? Let's just be honest. You do need men to lead.
Men, I need you guys to stop dealing with women who do not listen to you. I'm going to say it again. Stop dealing with women who do not listen to you. I do not think men realize how dangerous this actually is for not just yourself, but also the household. If a woman does not listen to you, she's never going to listen to you. She lacks respect for you. And most importantly, she does not value you. Because a woman who really, really respects you and honors you and values you, they're going to listen. They're going to take heed to what you say, and they are going to do whatever you are asking of them, if it makes sense, to better the household. I know that you may love this woman, you may have invested in this woman, you may feel like, look, I've already wasted all this time with this woman, I don't really want to give her up because I've wasted so many years. Again, you need to walk away. There are men who are in jail right now because, again, they had a woman who did not listen to them, and she went out in these streets and wanted to run her mouth and be loud and say whatever, and then expected her man to protect her, and now he's in jail. So again, if a woman does not listen to you, walk away respectfully.
In the spirit of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, let's talk about this. I'm going to assume people don't already know this, but there's a concept called paternity fraud. And that is when the baby mama knows that the child is not yours, and hopefully you can prove it, and they intentionally make you take care of a child that's not yours. It's much more complicated than I'm simplifying right now, but I just want you to leave here knowing that you are able to sue someone for making you hold a bunch. In this case, this man tried to take his wife to court because the last-born child was not his. But because of technicalities, he did not win the case. But I really want you to go through it so you can teach yourself more about what you actually do need to prove to be successful in court in this circumstance. There's also a website called familylaws.co.za that you can go to read more about this topic. My aim here is to remove you from the mentality that the law only favors women. The law is very equal and it's very fair. You just have to use it.
But what Ace is saying is not really actually, that's not, you tell him, oh, well, date him because Mr. Right, or supposedly Mr. Right takes like 3 or however many months to show you that he isn't the right one for you. Well, I mean, it's not really even going to take 3 to 6 months. You probably have a friend or a family member somewhere that told you to leave him alone. But because your girlfriends hype you up, then you go over there and you still keep on messing with them. A lot of times modern women don't even need another person to tell them that he's not the right one. They already know. He's already giving, I don't know, vibes. There was a woman talking to an influencer. It's a tall guy, very tall guy. And a lot of ladies like him. I think he has a really good presence or a pretty big following on social media. So they like him. Standing outside a club one night, and then they come out and they're kind of talking to him, chatting with him. Oh, okay, well, let me get your number. All right. So she's putting her number in his phone. He gets the number. All right, bet, I'll talk to you later. She stands back and said, are you going to actually text me? Right there, already know what he's doing. He's not committal. But then she said, I'm going to take control. Actually, you give me your Instagram so I can hit you up. I don't really be on social media like that. He dodged you again. And you still, and when the clip cut, she was still trying to chase him and get his information. She was going to chase that man. So they know Mr. Right. They already know what the mask looked like. They just like the mask. They think, okay, I like what you're doing. I just want to see if I could maybe kind of, I don't want to change the mask. I just want to paint it a few different colors. Keep the mask on. Keep on giving me all of this stuff. As long as you keep on doing what you're doing, I don't care if you're faking it. It doesn't matter to me. But they run into trouble because the man, eventually, he will take that mask off. No matter how many times you've painted it, no matter what you've painted it with, no matter how much time you spend painting it, he's going to take it off. And eventually he's going to leave you. That's what we try to keep doing. They know that. So you don't even have to give them this message. They already know. They're going where they want to go.
If a guy's in a friend zone by a woman,
yeah,
she does not respect him.
of course you can respect them.
When a woman friend zones you guys, it effectively means you are not attractive to me and I do not want to procreate and or carry your lineage. Don't ever accept the friend zone and go find another girl.
Okay, but she's not friend zoned him. They're just friends. They've both made a mutual decision to be just
No.
friends.
She made the decision. He wants to smash. If it's the other way around, cool. I'm cool with the guy having friends and he's choosing it. That's fine. But let's be honest here. That's rarely the case. It's always the woman is friends with the guy. He wants to sleep with her. She knows this, but she's able to siphon off utility from him. Oh, I'm able to have a guy I could talk to. Oh, I'm able to get this masculine energy. Oh, I'm able to get the boyfriend energy. It's basically you're able to have a boyfriend without. It's a win-win for women.
Somebody got to say it. And I'll be the to say it. I'm going to say this gently because a lot of these need grace before they can even accept the truth. I don't know why, but fellas, stop dealing with the women that don't compliment you as a man. There, I said it. If this thinks she need to argue, come up against you, assert her mother dominance, beat on her chest, talk back to you, raise her voice, disrespect you, emasculate you, that ain't your woman. That's nothing more than a liability to you as a man. And it's up to you as a man to see that. Like a woman that does all of that is a woman that does not fear losing you. She don't value you being there. She don't value your presence, and she don't give a about your absence, love. See, the value of a woman is in her power lies with her exclusivity. Her ability to be yours and only yours. Everybody shouldn't have access to your woman. She shouldn't be dealing with talking to no exes, nobody she slept with they like none of that. If so, that's not your woman. She out here correcting you in public and that's not your woman, bro. Like, y'all fellas, it's 2026, y'all really gotta have some respect for yourself. Y'all gotta know what y'all dealing with, because the person that's on your side is going to either build you up or tear you the down. It's either gonna be a liability or she's not. This woman literally should be able to add on to what you bring to the table. regardless of what that is. Peace, love, care, appreciation, provision, whatever the it is, she should be able to match it. You as a man should not be stressed out trying to be a man. The bare necessity, the bare minimum of what the you can be as a human to a that won't even be the bare minimum of what she can be to you, which is a woman. 2026 ain't no bending over backwards for a bitch that won't even bend over to help you up. Sir, stop calling these y'all women and stop holding on to that undervalue you. They don't value you. They don't appreciate you. You ain't, the moment that you accepted disrespect and you moved on with this, that's when you told her, I don't need to be respected. You could talk to me any type of way. You could do me any type of way because I'm a weak nigga and I'm gonna still stay around. No. Value yourselves and love yourselves more. Y'all are worth more. Stop allowing these that need y'all to come and tear y'all down and make y'all think that y'all not doing enough, make y'all question yourselves as men. Like, stop doing that. You gotta love you first. These are gonna beat her, and if you stop giving them that option to disrespect you and giving these hoes that leverage, then they will get somewhere and sit the down. All right? And you heard it first. But don't shoot the messenger.
Wonder why high value men are not approaching you? It's not because they don't exist. It's because women scare them all away. All I see on social media is men being canceled and scrutinized just for being men. We have literally embarrassed, belittled, and threatened men just for trying to approach us women. I understand there are some horror stories out there, but women can be just as guilty. All the high value men are doing the same thing us women do on a daily basis, like go to the gym, go to work, get coffee, go to the grocery store. The problem is that women have become so cold and out of touch with our feminine energy that men are literally horrified of being that guy or getting canceled and trashed on. Most of them have just completely backed off because we women have been screaming at them not to come talk to us. We have to take accountability for our action and behavior as women and stop making men look like monsters and start embodying our feminine energy to be more warm and inviting for the right man to swoop you off your feet.
This is a clip from Mia Khalifa, and this clip is going viral.
Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go.
Why should even anybody react to that video? You're talking about a porn star who goes around and marriage after marriage after marriage. In that world, what is the basis? What is the standards?
I don't care that you're saving the world. You should be trying to save this family. Just let me explain. No, I won't let you explain. Because I'm mean. I can forgive a lot of things, John, but I cannot forgive tardiness. You are not the same man that I married. The man that I knew would never be late to a neighborhood block party. Wait, John, come back. I only slept with your best friend because I was hoping you... I thought you were... I understand that you were kidnapped for 8 years, but you have no idea what I've been through. I had to go to our daughter's piano recital alone. Do you know how boring that shit is?
Womansplaining Men to Women, episode 128, I think. If there's one thing I've learned about men and women during the holidays, it is that women do not want their men home. If you're a dude and you take 2 weeks off work without telling your wife, you might as well just slap her right across the face, I guess, because they are not used to it. It just throws them right off. I've been seeing a lot of posts like this. My husband has been off work since the 24th and I haven't unalived him. Please clap for me. And these posts tend to be super relatable, with women agreeing that they do not want their husbands home this long. This woman actually feels a similar joy leaving leaving the house because her husband is home all the time on long-term disability. And what's really interesting about this post is that when people ask if he's lazy or needs more work to do, while he's on vacation, she actually says that he's not lazy and has done every chore she's asked of him. She just still doesn't want to be around him. And holy ladies, this is a huge problem because I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but a man can't work forever, and neither can you. Eventually, you'll both have to retire, and when you do that, you'll have to live together and spend time together and grow into old age together, and you'll have to do that without committing spousal homicide. In fact, these will be the years you need each other most to survive. So this is your trial by fire. This is how you learn to do just that. There's a scene in Bruce Almighty, it might have been Evan Almighty, where God says that if you pray for patience, he doesn't give you patience. He gives you an opportunity to be patient. You are never going to be just handed a person who never annoys you and knows everything you want. But surely what you do know is why you married this person, right? So why did we forget that just because you took a couple weeks off? Listen, of course this is going to be a change to your routine and might throw you off a little bit, but I am begging you to try and see how special this is to him and your kids if you have them, and try not to focus on what could go wrong or how he could mess things up. He's been looking forward to this time with you and to be at home and not working for so long. And I'm going to say something else that you don't want to hear. He's also been looking forward to doing nothing. He really just wants to use some of his vacation time for nothing. In fact, everyone deserves some time for nothing. Look, you married him for him, right? Not for the time that he's gone. And it would just mean the world to him if you made him feel that way.
I actually like you. I literally have said, I would sign an NDA and, never, let people know about our relationship, but, I actually like you.
So confirm or deny, are you a pathological liar?
But I'm not a anymore. I don't do porn anymore. But I literally said I would stop being a for you, and I literally stopped porn.
Listen, you're an attractive woman, but the fact that you've done porn and...
It was a hiccup!
It is 100% a deal breaker.
But I said I'm sorry, and I literally quit being a bot.
Thank you for your apology.
And can I put these
I accept your apology for doing porn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not gonna happen.
Brian, why? Because I used to be a
used to?
You still are.
A man is late for a date. One woman says, "You're late." Another woman says, "Ooh, you're late. Am I gonna have to punish you later?" A man loads the dishwasher. One woman rolls her eyes and thinks to herself, "Finally." Another woman says, "Ooh, baby, look at you loading that dishwasher, getting those dishes all clean." A man forgets to pack socks. One woman says, "You forget everything." Another woman says, "You're so silly, baby. I love that I get to take care of you." You already know which woman gets everything she wants and which one is left wondering why she doesn't. Follow for more love hacks that actually work.
And I know she's talking about love hacks. You actually don't even have to do all of that. Now, some of that stuff that she was talking about was good. It was good. And essentially, I think her message was, instead of nagging, which is what you would be doing, you'd be nagging and complaining, you're turning that into a positive. And you're saying, well, let me take this opportunity. And what that man is going to do, turn around and say, oh, I need to treat her right. You're not understanding that. You're not getting it. This woman, her husband had already given her, and then already bought her a Porsche. I don't even think she works. Her job is social media. So he done already given that to her. Now, I think there was another woman that was doing the same thing. Now, she got her own social media. She got her own business that she's running. But she started that afterwards, and she's trying to teach women to be more feminine. But her shtick was, I'm in the kitchen making my husband bread. Still doing it. Still speaking against feminism. So you're doing things that the man needs while also being able to do the stuff that you want. You see, the man is doing the same thing for you. He's going to work and he's working so that you can have the things that you need. And then he might say, man, I really want to go golfing with the boys. Is that okay? You still got responsibility. Be quiet. You're making things unpleasant. And that's where you're going to find yourself in trouble.
Are there any videos of men saying why they don't want to live with women?
No, because men's lives are made 100% easier when they live with women. They're not going to be on there saying that. Where would men be if they didn't have a woman cooking and cleaning for them in their doctor's appointment?
You serious?
Poor little tank.
Ladies, the reason why you don't hear men making videos about why they don't want to live with a woman is because they're too busy sitting at home in a quiet, peaceful house, just being happy because they don't live with a woman. What are you talking about? There are plenty of men out here who live by themselves and they're doing just fine. This isn't the 30s or the 40s. Men know how to take care of themselves now. Just like y'all evolved, we evolved too. We know how to wash our own dishes and cook our own food. We don't need y'all for that. Let me break this down for you, lady. When a man lives by himself, that means he has less responsibilities, which means he doesn't require much. So when it is time for him to cook dinner, it doesn't take a lot. When it is time for him to clean the house up, it doesn't take a lot. And on top of that, he probably doesn't have the biggest house and a whole bunch of furniture and all this other stuff that would be required if he lived with a woman. So keeping up on a day-to-day is not a big deal. And let's say he does have a big house and has a bunch of furniture, he'll just go get a maid and hire a chef to cook his food. And with AI and all this other stuff going on, he can even automate his appointments or just hire one of those online personal assistants. You can get them real cheap nowadays. And of course, you have the last and most obvious option. He could just call and set them up himself. So we're fine either way. See, what you don't understand is what y'all call a mess or a bad situation. Most men don't care because we're not like you. We're different. The only reason we upgrade and do all that other stuff is because of you guys. So if you guys are not around, his life is stress-free. I'm not going to sit here and downplay the value of a woman, but for you to think men can't operate without you or that our lives are just so bad without you, you are highly mistaken. This is why there are so many single men running around now, because we understand that. The funny thing to me is you women love talk about how men benefit from relationships when y'all expect the men to pay all the bills, your car payment, put gas in it, buy all the food, but then still turn around and say men are lucky to have a woman in their house.
What kind of is that?
Now, she probably just heard this somewhere. I'm not even sure if she really believes it. But in the words of the great Dragonfly Jones,
somebody done told you wrong.
So the fact is, the same way you have some of these women running around screaming how they don't need a man to pay their bills and they're independent, well, there are a lot of men out here who don't need a woman to cook his food and make his appointments. But the only difference is we don't run around saying it to anybody who's willing to listen. I'm just saying. But leave your thoughts on the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.
To the women who liked to date men, and only women who like to date men only, this message is for you. If you are not a woman who enjoys or wants to date a man, then keep on scrolling. My rent is $6,000. My nails, $150. My hair, $300 minimum. All right, my facials, at least $200, $250. So I pay for all this myself. I do not expect a man to take care of this for me because he is my partner, not my father. All right? I think the men have left now. Ladies, when a man invites you over to his apartment or his house for the first time, please rob him. Please understand that this man wants you to rob him.
This is why I say women hate other women. And this is why you don't take advice from a lot of these women that you see online, because what she's telling other women to do is to rob somebody so they can go to jail. God forbid, if he ever had camera of you stealing, you're fucked. I'm telling you, women hate women. They do, because then you wouldn't give some dumb advice like that.
It's really rough for the average guy, you know, to be honest, because women think that they deserve so many things. Like a guy that's 6'2" with a 10-inch and makes millions of dollars. You know, it's just like so delusional what these girls think, and you know, and a famous guy and this and that. Like they have all these like crazy requirements of what they think they deserve because they like maybe got some drunk guy in that category to from one time. You know, it's like what a guy will sleep with versus what a guy will marry or date are two very different things. And especially if you're talking about athletes, those motherfuckers will some like chicks that they don't even want to be seen with, right?
Lose weight like a man. Have you ever noticed that when men go about losing weight, they know that this is very a simple thing to do, okay? But how can we get it so wrong as women?
I know why. Women tend to make it emotional and men do not. Men's calorie deficits are much higher than women's. No, it's proportional. We are not the same. We have a different cycle of hormones. Okay, do you understand biology? All of these small tweaks just don't work for us. Hormones, basic metabolic rates, height difference. So we wouldn't have to do these complicated methods of tracking food and exercising. Oh, you mean like a calorie deficit and working out? Yeah, I never thought of that. Even when a content creator makes a fantastic video, I don't know if you guys can tell, but she is also a woman, the entire comment section is still filled with excuses proving her exact point. Men are actually gatekeeping all the secrets to weight loss, and you are a biological phenomenon. You have broken every single law of thermodynamics, and you're just different. It's exactly what I would say if I gave into all these that floats around the health and wellness space. This is what happens. I have many friends and mutuals that are in the female side of bodybuilding, and they get the results that they do by just doing the work. You either do it and you do it accurately, you kind of do it and you're not really that accurate, you don't do it and you just make excuses. Most people fall within that bottom 2 range. Whenever you ask a guy why he hasn't lost weight, he's always like, yeah, I'm not really working out that hard, I haven't been doing my cardio, I haven't been tracking, I've been eating like, and it's all objective facts. But when you ask women why they haven't lost weight, most of the time it is excuses. It is an emotional response first and not objective facts, which is unfortunate. Yes, I understand there's examples on both sides of the ball here, so no, I'm not just attacking women, but as a fellow coach myself, we just see patterns. And mind you, if I made this exact same video, the comment section would be a million times worse. I just don't understand the lying to yourself and not taking accountability, because as soon as you start asking these people questions, they will tell you the exact red flags of the holes in their program that you can like pick out, and it's pretty obvious. One of the biggest things that I've learned being a coach these past couple of years is during my onboarding phone call, I look for a couple key mindset characteristics, because I would much rather any day work with a client that is 400 plus pounds overweight, that knows nothing, that I have to teach everything from the ground up, build them up fully, and take the most amount of work over someone like this. If you aren't honest with yourself and the objective facts, I know well, you're not going to be honest with your coach, and it does suck, because as coaches, we can give you all the food in the world, but we can't force you to eat.
Men are always going to gain so much more from their relationships with women than women are going to gain from their relationships with men. And you can argue, oh, like, what if he does this for you, or he's handy, or, you know, you can hire someone. Like, there's just the mental energy that women give to men. It's
Shorty said that men gain more from being friends with women than women gain from being friends with men. And then she said, he gave the example of like, what if he's handy? What if he helps you with this, that, and third, da, 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 da. She said, because women give more mental power, more mental energy in being friends with men. I'm sorry. Have you ever been friends with a woman before? A woman will come to you about her problems, right? And then you'll give her a solution to said problem, right? She won't listen to the solution, but she'll still complain about it. She will always be in a crisis, but never do anything to solve said crisis. And you don't think that's mentally taxing? Mind you, this isn't even just a perspective of a man being friends with a woman. I've heard women who are friends with women say this as well. What mental toll does it take on you to be friends with a man? Because men, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. A man might come to you because you're a woman and vent to you more than he would his male friends. But even in that, he's still looking for a solution, right? Your female friends are going to vent to you and not look for a solution. What have I gained from women being my friends? Not saying that like me being friends with men, I've gained so much. I'm just saying like, what have I gained from being friends with women? Honestly, the only people I've ever fallen off with on a friendship basis is women. Like those are like, I think I've fallen off with one dude who was a friend of mine, one guy in my whole life, one guy. Like we had an actual falling out. But with women, there's always a falling out. Women rarely have best friends that last longer than 5 years. That's why when you ask a man, who's your best friend and when did you meet him? They'll say something like kindergarten, middle school. You ask a woman, hey, who's your best friend? Oh, I met her in college. How old are you? I'm 24. So like last year? Yeah, I'll just be saying nonsense, bro.
Name 3 countries.
3 countries?
Yeah.
Europe, America, Asia.
Countries?
Countries?
Countries.
I'm sorry. Serbia, Japan, Tokyo.
Tokyo?
Is Tokyo not a country?
That's
Tokyo's
not a
in
country.
Japan.
Oh my gosh, a city in Japan. Sorry, I'm just blanking right now. Paris, city.
It's not
France.
a country.
And I'm really glad. You never really want to shame anybody, but the truth, the truth is the truth. Like I said, you don't want to shame anybody, but a lot of modern women, they make excuses for why they are or are not doing things. Well, I can't lose weight because of this, or I'm not going to the gym because of that. You are not losing weight because you are eating too much. You gain weight. I'm really stressed out. That's true. Stress can, in fact, cause you to gain weight. but there's other things that you might be doing. You might be stress eating, or you might be, when you go to, well, I don't eat a lot. When you go to eat, you might be eating the wrong things. You might be eating junk food. That's something that you have to look at. And that's what men keep on telling you, right? You got to look at that type of stuff. That has to be something that you're honest with yourself about. There's a lot of women online that can hold you accountable. You, like you just said, but you can't be in their comment section making excuses and being emotional. Shut up and get it done. At some point, make all your excuses, get all your excuses out, but shut up and get it done.
I'm not at all saying that it's okay for women to disrespect men.
It's always in your best interest to filter through the information you receive. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's not okay for men to disrespect women. It's not okay for women to disrespect men. All I'm saying is if as a man you want your girl to respect you, you have to lead. And you have to create boundaries from the start of the relationship.
Okay, we're about 12 seconds in. So far, so good. I think she's off to a good start. Let's see what else she got to say.
The moment she started that rah-rah, hooting and hollering, screaming and cussing at you, you tell her straight like this, hey, shawty, I'm not finna argue with you. If you're not able to have a reasonable conversation, call me later. I'm not about to argue with you. And if she keep on, hang up.
Okay, well, that was short-lived. Well, why does she have to be hooting, hollering, and screaming and cursing at me to begin with? I think the part that we need to address is that she's verbally that man. There's no need for her to take that approach. Her being verbally and unreasonable has nothing to do with his leadership. It says more about her than it does about him. Not to mention, when a woman has a high level of respect for you, there will be no hooting and hollering at her cursing you out. You won't ever have to face anything like that because she respects you. I find it quite interesting that she would brush past that woman's low level of respect and irrational tendencies towards that man. But let's see what else she got to say.
She gonna be blowing up. She gonna be blowing up your phone, blowing up your phone. Don't answer. Give it a couple hours. After a couple hours, call her. Be like, hey, baby, you in a better mood? Most likely she gonna say yes because she probably felt like you was gonna cut her off, and then be like, okay, now what can I do to make things better?
What can I do to make things better? So I just got done getting cursed out by this woman. And my response to her should be, what can I do to make things better? Are we ever going to address the underlying issue about how she responds to me when she feels some type of way about something? This is exactly why you must filter the information you receive online, because they will feed you some shit. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't think the woman in this video had any ill intent. I just think this is how she understands relationships to be. But I am here to tell her this is a very up way to go about being in a relationship with somebody, because you're not actually addressing the root issue. You're just pacifying her behavior and validating the issue at hand. This does not teach her to respect you. This does not teach her to take a different approach. All it says is that she can be whoever she wants to be towards you. And all that's going to happen is you're going to take a couple hours to yourself, and then you're going to come back and ask her, well, what can I do to make things better? Who the f*** told you that works? Fellas, let me get y'all the real. Take an approach like that will never get a woman to respect you or your leadership style. All it tells her is that you're a punching bag and you're willing to take whatever she throws your way, which over time easily turns into you being a pushover. And trust me, if it's one thing women do not like, unless they're is a pushover. If you can't have a civilized conversation with your woman without it coming to hooting and hollering and her cursing you out just because she feels some type of way, leave her ass right where she stand. That is not a woman you want to be with. But you know what? You ain't got to listen to what I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore and put in any effort? It seems like guys can just put the bare minimum and not even really put in effort anymore. They don't really care to. Or they're like, why don't girls just go and make the first move and make the effort? When did it become a thing? Now it's like role reversal where they expect girls to be making the first moves, yearning for a guy and chasing him. That is, I feel like, the downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone, because men don't put in effort anymore or don't care to put in effort. And a relationship won't work unless the guy likes the girl just a tiny little bit more. He has to like her just the tiniest bit more for it to work in the long haul. So it would make sense if a guy really wanted to get to know you, that he would go leaps and bounds to get to know you. And when did that shift?
Because if a man persisted like that in today's dating world, he would at the very least be called a creep. And at the worst, he'd be going to jail. That is the reality that a lot of men face. So that, in combination with the fact that women are not really reciprocating effort and they're not treating men very well right now, there is a large group of men that are saying that it's just not worth it. And they would say that women have asked for it. They have asked men to leave them alone. So guess what, ladies? They're leaving you alone.
How women operate is all of them wait till the holidays to check their DMs around September or August to see who's been begging to give a chance.
True.
Oh, man, come on. to get them a chance over that holiday duration to see if it's gonna be a love match. They wait until they're good and lonely and sad to do it.
That's sad.
And then when it's over with, if they're ready to discard that person, then they do their inventory. Well, I see you're selfish and you're a narcissist and you're and then, all this. And guys say we're not equally yoked. And you know what? Just say it's over. I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Just say you got what you needed and you good. I just think you're just not ugly enough yet. And at some point at some point you will be, and you're gonna make it work. So my advice is just
who's not ugly enough, the woman or the man?
When people don't make it work. When people say the relationship didn't work, I was just like, you're just not fat or ugly enough yet. You're just not there yet.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm trying to get to Jazz Fest. Wait, you ever been to a Jazz Fest? It's like all them couples be in a linen. They all of them 213 to 270 with the linen on, with the picnic basket.
Oh my God!
They just be going to see Kim. Going to see Kim.
So right.
And Rochelle Farrell and Shaka Khan sing. And they ready. Now, you don't find Jesus till you Jazz Fest. Now you Jazz Fest. Heavy. Ugly. Now y'all got a church home.
Jesus Christ.
Get good before you get ugly. That was my advice to my sister.
Get
figure it out before you get ugly. Ugly is coming. Ugly is coming.
Ugly is coming.
So ugly happens slowly, incrementally, and you so you could tell by
you don't even know what's happening.
Now you're not getting the hookup at fast food places no more. Nobody's asking to pump your car, your gas when you go. You washing your own car.
Yeah.
Ugly, slow. Nobody's taking your groceries out.
Yeah.
They're just bagging it, putting it in the bag, letting you push your own. You know what I'm saying? It's slow, incrementally. You're not getting the door held as much. God gives you all your gifts up front, and he slowly takes them away. Youth, health, vitality, intellect, insight, sharpness. He gives you all that. Like, here you go.
That's crazy.
And then slowly you lose it.
The reason why men are no longer approaching women has nothing to do with him not being attracted to you. Trust me, he's attracted, and he's not even that worried about rejection. Because even though that hurts, he can move on from it pretty quickly. The real problem is when he forms a connection with a woman that seems to be interested. So what does he do? He's excited for the potential. He's pouring his effort in. He feels desired. He's spending a lot of time talking to her, and he's even starting to become vulnerable. But what happens after a few weeks of all the emotional effort, the months of dates, or even the years of commitment, is that she decides to end the connection. Oftentimes, out of nowhere, the man literally has no idea what made her change her mind. And whether it's because she felt like he wasn't even good enough to try with, or if it was because she found someone better, it all hurts the same. That man simply feels played. And this honestly happens from dating onto long-term relationships, including marriage. So you tell me, why would he do that again?
Have you ever noticed that some men never seem to chase women, no matter how interested they are? It's like they have this invisible rule that keeps them holding back. Today, we're diving into the psychology of men who don't chase women and why it's not what most people think. They value independence over validation. These men have learned early that their worth isn't defined by attention from others. Psychology calls this self-determination theory, the idea that people feel most fulfilled when they rely on themselves. Chasing someone feels like giving away their power. They'd rather wait, observe, and only invest energy where it truly matters. Emotional intelligence over impulsive desire. Men who don't chase often have high emotional intelligence. They can read moods, intentions, and boundaries. Instead of acting on fleeting attraction, they pause, evaluate, and respond thoughtfully. That patience makes them magnetic, even if they seem detached at first. They understand scarcity and social value. Here's a secret. People naturally want what seems scarce. Men who don't chase leverage this instinct unconsciously. They understand reciprocity.
Is it a red flag or not if you smash on the first night, even though you think she's marriage material? I think if you smash on the first night, you got something to prove.
What? On what side? On both?
Well, no, a man's gonna be a man. A woman feels like she needs to keep you. My question, how can you really value yourself and give your body away to multiple men on the first night? Like, my brain can't even wrap around that. How? How do you value yourself? That's the most valuable thing that you have to offer. Taking up womb space. Like where your child grows inside of your body. And you're going to give that away on the first night. I cannot wrap my mind around it.
Sarah.
Grown and used.
I like
grown
you.
And washed up.
So if it doesn't make me wifey material, if he smashes on the first date, does that make him husband material?
Double standard. It just is what it is.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Spiritually, in the eyes of God, we are just as much.
We ain't talking about spiritually in the eyes of God. We talking about realistic here on earth, carnal level, flesh level. The flesh level is that men get to sleep with more people. It just is what it is. Women do not. It matters how many bodies we have. If you want a high value, high earning, masculine man. Now note that I said masculine man. If you want to be, you want to be the man in your relationship, be the best man you can be. Get you a feminine man and be happy. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with it.
And what Sarah is saying is gonna rub a lot of people wrong, a lot of modern women wrong. She said, it's a double standard. And you'll notice when she said it's a double standard, she just shrugged and said it's a double standard. Because modern people, women know, women with a brain, they know, guys get to do some things. I definitely get to do some things. When it comes to a double standard with me, I'm definitely taking advantage of the double standard. So this is their double standard. This is the thing that they get to quote unquote get away with. You don't have to think it's right. You don't have to support it. But that might be something that they get away with. That might be something that they're like, well, if a woman does it, then you get mad. But if a man does, true enough. But you have to understand, like, say, for instance, when guys are going to, when you have that whole thing with men going to Costco, I don't really want to be here, or a man driving a woman around town. Well, I don't really want to drive. If you see a man in the passenger seat, then all of a sudden he's a bum, even though he bought the car, even though he paid the bill. Man, I think me and my wife went out one time and we went to a restaurant. We were walking out, we had finished eating, and I had to use the restroom. And so I'm going to walk into the restroom. I hand her my card, and then I'm going to use the restroom. And I already knew what the woman was going to say, because they can't mind their business. They can't mind their business, right? I'm walking out of the restroom. I get through, bada bing, bada boom. We're walking out, and my wife is telling me, the woman, she was like, I know, is that his card? Because if that's not his card, then I'm not accepting it. Stupid. You will accept the card. Stop acting dumb. Mind your business. But that's what modern women are doing. That's what modern women are doing. If he ain't paying, then I don't want da. And that's just how it goes. If you a man and you got your woman paying, you are a bum. Well, if she not doing anything but leeching off of me, well, that's how it is with a woman. Yeah, we supposed to be taken care of. We supposed to be a passenger princess. And a guy's got to be okay with that. Double standard. So now when I get to enjoy my double standard, now you want to get upset. It's time to be quiet.